Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 1/12/2025. Why not? I'm going to get a little personal. Might as well. I'll try to keep it as ambiguous as possible. But I want to tell a story because I think it's fitting. Guy comes into the store. What I do is I sell furniture. Comes in with his sister. He's got a baseball cap on. Kind of rude, and right off the bat, I'm in some friction with him just by saying hi, because I'm a salesman and I look like a salesman. I'm working on that, but it's hard. You have to try to make a good first impression. This is my first opportunity. My boss came up with this new initiative that he's doing with our store, where we are expected to get at least set one appointment for a future date when a guest comes in and needs to do something. To whenever the follow-up is, instead of just letting them go and saying thank you with the card, you're to set up at least one appointment for them to come back, which is something that I've never done before. And so we are under a new commission program now as well, where we're straight commission. And it really, our main goal is to make money. So now I have to institute this new thing, which there's a lot of different ways you can go about it. First of all, you just have to accept it, because this is what we're doing. We need at least one appointment a week. So I'm an Aries, and sometimes I do things a little. So I take it upon right off the bat. I'm like, well, my first customer, I'm just going to get an appointment and be done with it every week, because I just want to make it done. I'm not trying to be like maybe a little am. I mean, I'm an arrogant guy, but it just is so funny how it all happenstance. This my first guest is this rude dude, and I'm like, and he's rude to me. So in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can get an appointment with this guy, which is probably not the best way to go about it, but that's what makes me me. I don't want to get into why I think this is a bad approach of doing the appointments thing. I don't mind the appointments thing. It's just the approach of it, but it's not for me. That's not my role. So I stay focused on my role. I've never set up for an appointment on a sale in my life. In my time that I've been selling, especially in a retail setting, I set up for the close. And then if I can't close, then I set up for whatever's going on beyond that. So if my initial thing when I start is I need one, that's my thing, that's the number, it changes my strategy, because the person that's responsible, my employment is telling the person that's responsible for that is telling me to do this. So this is to fulfill my ability to pay my rent, to be able to service myself into this situation. I have to get an appointment a week. So when you give a customer your card, you surrender for the day. That's how I always looked at it. Like, once you have given them, here's my card, or you said, basically, what it does is it does release the entire thing. Like, if the customer was being rude to you, a lot of times they become much calmer now, because okay, so we're not doing a sale then? Okay, so we can be good. And then sometimes they'll stay in the store forever, and sometimes they'll turn around and buy. There's a whole sales process to that, the whole takeaway. That's just stupid psychology stuff. But my point is, there's a psychology to me while I'm taking customers as they come in the door. And when they come through, my onset is honestly to get to closing the sale. So if I now have a shift of I need to put in this new thing, it is going to affect how I do things. So this took me a long time to get there, because it's a lot of setup, but because it turned into a bad deal for me. So I approached the guy 3 or 4 times. I did what I usually do. And then in the end of it, I thought I'd gained enough rapport with them by saying, hey, are you still doing okay? I'm not trying to bother, kind of approach, but I'm trying to do my job, and alluding to him as he's being rude to me, that you're kind of being rude to me, dude. And so finally I reapproached and I was like, hey, we have this new thing where we're supposed to get appointments. You said you were coming back on Saturday with your wife. Is there a possibility we could make an appointment? And I did it somewhat like that. And he just looked at me and was like, no. And so then he leaves and I had my day off and I really forgot all about it for the most part. No, I still lingered because rude people that are rude to you make an impact. So he leaves. So fast forward to yesterday, and slow, because it's a snowstorm stuff going on here. We don't get very many customers as it is. So we're waiting around, and I'm just waiting for my first guest. And I have some people in my job that seem to have friction with me. And anyways, I come around and I'm walking around my store because that's what I do. I pace and I try to stay out of people's way, but it allows me to think, and I look at the floor and I look at things, and it just, I think it overall helps me. And so then I was around the corner and I came out of the bathroom, and the guy that was rude to me comes up and he's like, hey, there's that guy. And I was like, how you doing? I didn't know he was in the store. And he says, hey, just so you know, I told, maybe I did. I can't remember if I knew he was in the store or not. But he goes, just so you know, I told the person that I'm working with that I had worked with you the other day. I just wanted to let you know that. And I was like, okay. And so you're like, I'm like, well, and I wanted to reapproach with that, but I knew we'd had a weird thing. So then he walks into my bathroom, the men's bathroom, the public bathroom, and he goes, there's a bird in your bathroom. And I was like, what? And he goes, there's a bird in your bathroom. Like, and he's still rude to me. And I'm like, oh. So I walk up and there's a bird in our bathroom. So he goes to the woman's bathroom and goes to the bathroom and then comes back out. I don't know what I did to this guy. Seriously. All I did was approach him like, I don't know. So anyways, so now we have a bird in the bathroom, and this customer is walking around the store and working with somebody that's been kind of my nemesis, and there's a bird in the bathroom. So I'm just like walking around going, what the fuck? So and I'm going to say the F-bomb on this one a little bit. This is just me going off the rails, and we're at 7 minutes, and this is long. This could be like a 50-minute video. I'm not trying to be personal. This does have a point to the story. So I walk around the store. This guy is in the store with his wife now. He's pleasant. I mean, there's nothing been unsaid here. He's not pleasant, but he's borderline pleasant. So I get out of the way. I'm just trying to stay out of the way now because I don't want to be a part of any of this. And he's out there and he's looking at the stuff that I was trying to talk to him about. What's really funny is, like, he wanted the sofa love seat chair ottoman that had fabric that you can choose different fabrics from. And I was showing him that when I was briefly trying to talk to him. And then I was, at one point when I approached this, I was like, I could go show you all of the England sofas in the store if you would like. And he thought that was rude. I was like, okay, then I won't. So I got out of the way again. And so that was all like that pre-day. I'm telling you, I really didn't do anything to make this guy upset with me, other than, like, at the very end, I was like doing the little thing, which I shouldn't have done. But so to go for the appointment at the end, I was just like, this is burning down anyways. I might as well throw a thing out. And guess what happened? It just threw right back in, because now this man's back in my store, which I guess I knew he was going to come back. I just didn't think he would not. He told me that he told her. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do in that situation. Do I say, well, do you want me to continue working with you? He put me in a position where obviously I don't know what to say. So like I said, I got out of the way completely and just didn't say anything. Then there was another sales associate there. I wanted to ask them if they saw any of this interaction happen, because it was so, he comes up to me and he was like, basically it's like, hey, I told her that I was working with you, and I just wanted to let you know that. And I said, okay. And then there was a bird in the bathroom. So then he goes back, and I'm walking around going, well, I don't know what to do about. I just stay out of the way. So I got into the massage chair. There's a really nice massage chair. I'm like, well, I'm just going to take a massage. So I'm sitting there, and they leave, No, they're still in the store. No, they did leave. They did leave. And this happens. They're there for a while, and so then she comes back, and I'm sorry. Well, anyways, the other sales associate comes back to me and says, "I just want to let you know that he did say that he was working with you. I asked him if I should go get you, and he said absolutely not." And I said, "Oh." That's what my response was to her. And then she said that he said that he almost did not come back to the store because I was so pushy. And I was like, okay. And that's what she said to me. And I said, well, he did say that he had approached you and or he had approached you and said that he was working with me. And I said, but he didn't say any of that. And so yeah, I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting here in a massage chair. And then she said that basically that was it, pretty much. And then the only follow-up I had was, well, I might have told him that there was this thing where we're trying to set appointments and explain to him the situation and maybe stuck up for my coworker, but that's the only thing I would have done different. And she just said, and then walked away. So then that was it basically. And that's how it ended, was that from me trying to follow what I was supposed to do for my job, maybe in a little brash way, it wasn't that over the top. It was really innocent, honestly. I was trying to do my job. And then it ends up just being me getting egg in my face. Like, it's what seems to happen all the time. You're just like, whatever, okay. So when you give a customer your card and surrender for the day, it's easy street and they surrender. And so that's just kind of where we're at. I went back to that because I got lost in my conjecture. So when I go in, I just do it. That's my first priority. So let me just keep reading through here. This is takes a test. Which the guy didn't like me. I really tried. He just didn't like me. His sister looked back and kind of apologized. So when he did leave, when his sister was with him, the one day where I only approached like 4 times. The 4th time, I was like, yo, can I get an appointment from you for my job? Because my boss is putting this, and he's like, no. And he's rude again. And when he's walking away, his sister kind of looked back at me and was like, so, I mean, I don't think that this is a thing that this guy has not had to deal with before in the past. But somehow I got to take it. So there we go. I'm just telling the story. Basically, I ended this with, what the fuck? What? I mean, come on. Why does shit like that happen? And is that the devil in play? What is that, the trickster, the whatever? Or is that just happenstance? Or is it me? Is it me just being, because I did that at the end and did my little, can I get an appointment from you, when I could have just let that thing go and waited? And I should have been more patient. Is you let things happen and play out and look for the opportunity to get an appointment. It's not that hard to really strategically get an appointment, I guess. My biggest thing is, I would not want somebody trying to get an appointment from me. Like, if I'm in a store and I pick up that they're doing that, I'm done. So why does some people enjoy to intentionally hurt me? Like that guy's, or the sales associate, or everybody in the situation, honestly. You're just like, does anybody see? That seems like I got fucked there. Oh well, I guess I'm too pushy. I guess that's what the narrative is. I'm a too pushy of a person. Maybe I should just quit. Is that what we want? I'm out of sync for sure. And that something like that just throws you out. Oh, to finish the bird story. So one of the other workers went over there, and I was trying not to let the bird out, still just kind of swirling around, but I was concerned for the bird. And then they let the bird out. The bird flew all the way to the back of the store. We were going to let him out through the back door, and then it was all pretty fast. And the bird ended up going up front and then out. We had big doors, and it went out front, and the bird got away, and everything was good. I think it was just a sparrow. Why do people, just a sparrow? Sparrows are important. Why do people seem to enjoy to intentionally hurt me? I went back to that because that does seem to be like, you're walking along and people just all of a sudden go poof, and you're like, what'd I do? But you know that if you keep going, you're going to have to fight more. And you're like, I don't want to fight. Fuck it. I'll just take the punch. It's just is what it is. Or what I had here is, it's too graphic because I don't like eating shit. Nobody likes to eat shit. But sometimes you just have to sit there and eat it and be like, it's good. It's not that bad. Whatever. The guy didn't like me, and I really did try. He just didn't like me. So we're back to that same thing. I keep circling back and forth. Do I need to spell this out for people? Well, I just did. That helped. I feel a lot better now. I kind of want to see justice, though. I would like to see, like, that all play out to where, like, everybody sees what actually happened in that situation, and I get to be standing there going, yeah. Like, yeah. I'm just trying to do my job, even though I don't agree. Like, I'm just going along. I'm trying to be a good soldier, and then getting punished. And then someone who has treated me very poorly gets an appointment. So then the resolution is they didn't sell anything. There was nothing sold. In the end, the one appointment was gotten by the person that's been not treating me very nice. And dude, I'm just so sick of the bullshit. Honestly, I'm just sick of the bullshit. So I just sat in a massage chair and enjoyed it, actually. I just went straight. What I want is straight, defined. I don't like the murky stuff. Part of the thing that I've been talking about on Discord when they get into these debates and stuff, I really do believe at one time people were much more precise with how they spoke to one another, because especially in diplomatic situations, because once it's been said, you can't put it back in the toothpaste tube. Have you ever heard that before? I live in a different world sometimes, for sure. And it ain't my role. I'm just a little dude. What is my role? How can I help? It seems eating shit with a smile and like making sure my teeth don't have no shit on it is part of it. It's disgusting. That almost will make you gag. And I have a gag reflex, honestly. That's why I don't even like talking about that kind of stuff. I couldn't be a doctor, I don't think. Any of that, I have a struggle with. I could do it, but I think it's part of my nasal. Even though they chose to not see me or hear me, doesn't mean it ain't happening. Just because everyone else doesn't smell it doesn't mean it don't smell. If you see it, hear it, feel it, smell it, it affects you. You must duck for cover. You must play dead. Stay safe. Breathe. And if you learn how to breathe where nobody can tell that you're breathing, that is really powerful. What was I worried about? What really? Does this really matter? Like, let's just set this up that I am too pushy of a person to be able to be an appointment setter and a follow-up type salesperson, because I'm more of a run and gun kind of guy. Is that so bad? You know, I am who I am. I'm going to try to adapt and do my best. That's all I can really do moving forward. And I try to play as clean as I can. I feel like I play pretty clean for the dirt that gets flung on me. Anyways, but I have a past, so maybe that's part of the reason why. When you're flowing, things will bump you. Like when you're doing well, especially if there's people around it or things around that see that you're going well and gaining momentum, it's gonna get bumpy. That's just how it's gonna be. But if you let go of the bump, if you learn how to, like, your bumps will harden your butt. Like if you're over and over again, your butt's gonna get stronger over time. It's gonna be sore, it's gonna hurt, but over time, it's like riding a horse. Your butt will get stronger and tougher. And it won't even, and then you'll also change how you sit, learn how to not, to go with the bumps, because they become rhythmic. And then you take advantage of it. And then you gain the momentum. If you're riding bumps, you obviously can ride a horse a lot faster than you can walk, because you got a strong ass. Don't be a weak ass. If your ass is weak, strengthen it. Once you learn, it's easy, and then you forget. So if you just put it as part of your routine. I don't like hard lines. I don't like dots that are like defined so much that you can say one way or the other. There is no one way or the other. Today I'm going to learn and forget. Oh, I'm at 20 minutes. I was going to at least try to keep it under 20. This is a disaster. The Tao is great. Number 8. Great. Grateful. There's a wolf moon coming. I'm really digging the moon thing now. Like the names of it and then learning about what the main... I'm going to howl at the moons, what I'm going to do. I'm going to howl. I did get this little guy here. I don't know if you can see it. That's a wolf howling at the moon. It's like a little crystal ball thing here. I don't know what it is about this thing. I also got a wise owl. There's something about sigils and like gaining a relationship and putting energy into symbology or things that you resonate with. So that's kind of what I've been doing with that stuff. I like to just play around with stuff that I thought was fantasy, and it's not. Nothing's fantasy, I don't think. So I just hope everybody has a great day out there. I'm having my best time I can have with the circumstances that I'm in, and that's what I encourage everybody else to do. And if you got to eat shit and smile sometimes, you just got to wipe it. And I don't know, it's disgusting. Figure out a way to not have to do that. Have a great day.